Hello everybody, me again. As you can tell, I have a new camera. Me being in 4x3. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one that I wanted. I got outbid, and it's not the kind of thing that turns up very often on eBay, so I'd hunt around, and eccentricity struck again. I ended up buying this thing that's from like 2004, and yeah, I've fiddled around with, testing, making videos and stuff on it, and the quality's not great, but at the end of the day, hopefully it's going to be fine just for making vlog videos and stuff. And I will take it with me to South Africa when we go, so we can get some shots of the cheetahs and servals and whatnot. So and also because it's so cheap, it doesn't matter if I lose it or it gets broken or something like that. So yeah, anyway, there isn't a theme for this episode, more like just a few things that are going on that I want to mention. It is really hot right now. We're getting into spring now, and it's either really hot or really cold. There's kind of no in between at all, which, yeah, isn't great. So I won't be wearing many thick shirts anymore like I usually do. Bloody wrinkles. The reason why I'm not drinking my usual giant thing is because, well, I've been putting on weight recently. Last year I was able to wear all my jeans, no problem, but now there was only one pair that would fit, so I went out and I bought another pair of jeans. It ended up being a little bit too wide, and yesterday or the day before I went to put my jeans on, and I picked up the ones that were, a perfect fit, and now I can't button them up. Sorry, there's some people coming. Yeah, I'm not overly sensitive about my weight, but when it starts becoming a problem, it does affect me a bit. It doesn't look lately. Been picking out on stuff because we've been going out places with family, and it was Easter, so I've had a fair amount of chocolate, and it was Mother's Day before then, so we had more chocolate, and my mum's birthday as well, so she's got even more chocolate now. And yeah, I first noticed it, the most recent weight gain, maybe last weekend. I put on a shirt that normally is perfectly fine, but it felt a bit tight in the tummy, and oh god, I've put on weight again. And my weight, it kind of sort of it goes up and down. I'm maintaining kind of a delicate equilibrium, it goes up for a bit, then it will go down, but more recently it's sort of been up, down, rather than just up, down, if that makes sense. I'm not anywhere near obese. I'm probably towards the upper end of, or just beyond the healthy BMI range, so there isn't anything really that I have to worry about there, but it's just, once you start getting too big for your clothes, my confidence does take a bit of a knock. Up till now, you've never seen me smoke a cigarette. I wouldn't normally, but for the last few days I've been feeling a bit, well, not great, to be honest, and I just need something to take the edge off, because, with cigars you don't kind of get the immediate nicotine hit. Yeah, it's funny, I went through pretty much my entire life, vehemently resisting, cigarettes when they were offered by people at school, and saying, I'm never going to smoke. And in the middle of last year, I just decide, hey, it's my 25th birthday, I'm going to have a cigar. And now that's, yeah. Whenever I had the urge to buy cigarettes, in the last, since I made my first video, it was I want to, but there was always this little voice in the back of my head saying, no, don't do that, you idiot. Cigarettes are bloody expensive now. And then of course there's the health risks, and a friend of mine did buy me a pack of old-fashioned cigarettes, ones without filters on them, and they tasted nice. It tasted like smoking a cigar, a good cigar, but the nicotine hit was a bit too much for me, and I stopped smoking them. And now I'm sitting there smoking this. I'm kind of regretting it already. All the cigarettes I've smoked, I've never coughed, I've never choked on them, which I find a bit odd. The cigarettes that I had last year that my friend sent me, they're known as gaspers, or were known as gaspers, because people who would smoke them, they would hock and choke and cough, because they were so strong. But me, just straight down, no problem, just a little bit of a throat tickle, and yeah. Why am I doing this? I don't think I'll be smoking cigarettes regularly. Maybe just every once in a while I'll have one, if I do. Okay, yeah, I'm regretting this already. I really should not have bought these. I should have learned from last time. Oh God, barely any, and I'm already, oh Christ, that damn nicotine. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm done with cigarettes. No. The little urge I get to smoke one every now and again will be ignored. Oh, dear me. Yeah, that is not an enjoyable feeling. Anyway, other things. I've had to sign off job seekers allowance now because I've started claiming. Well, no, not. I've put in a claim for employment support allowance. Because I got signed off from the job. I've gone through all of that. I've had the applied for it all over the phone and everything. They'll be sending something in for me to fill in and send along in all the supporting documents and stuff regarding it. I'm still waiting to hear back about the personal independence payment. I know that they've received it and are in the process of assessing my claim. Of course, everything disability related is now done by Atos, and Atos is universally loathed in this country because they've ended up declaring people who really should not be working as fit for work, and it's kind of been a bit of a scandal. Someone who's registered blind was once declared fit for work, and really, can you honestly work if you're blind? I mean, no offence to any blind people out there who do work, but it just doesn't make sense to me that that someone could just tell someone who is blind, you have to work. It's just not the sort of thing that I think is appropriate. It's unfair. They said that they might require me to be go for an appointment with a health professional to be assessed. That's a maybe. My mum doesn't think I'm going to qualify for personal independence payment, but yeah. Any other things that have been going on recently is I've been, with the money that my grandmother and grandfather gave me, I've been buying up stuff, buying computer parts. I did buy those speakers have now arrived, and I've been playing with them. Of course, got this camera now as well, and yeah. I might get a laptop. The one, like I said in the last video, my eccentricities video, the laptop that I bought turned out to be a piece of crap. So what I've done now is, I've solved the overheating problem as much as I can. So it boots up fine, and it stays there, and the temperature seems to be pretty stable. So I've given it to my dad because the laptop he had was from like 2002 or 2002 2003. It was a piece of crap when it was new, let alone now, and it's kind of chugging now that I put Windows 7 on it, because of course with XP end of support, you can't really be using XP as a daily driver operating system. I mean, sure, if it's on a hobby system like I use, for playing games and whatnot, but not like my parents use it. I mean, hell, they do online banking on their things, and I couldn't put them on Linux because they don't know how to use it, and their software that they use. I mean, my dad uses Google Picasa because he's a photographer, and he wants to carry on using Picasa, and you can't, and I'm sure that's not available for. What do you call it? Linux. I mean, I could be wrong because I've never really looked into it, but yeah. So yeah, I've given him that laptop, and he seems perfectly happy with it. It's a lot faster than the one he had, considering it's a dual core and it's got 2 gigs of RAM versus a goddamn terrible single core Celeron with 768 megs of RAM. On eBay, I'm watching an old Dell XPS laptop, which those of you don't know, XPS was their gaming range before they bought Alienware, and now XPS is sort of their prosumer range. But yeah, it's a big 17-inch laptop, 1920 by 1200 screen, like a 2.4 gigahertz dual core, or I think it's Core 2 Duo, yeah, and 4 gigs of RAM. So I mean that would be perfect for me. It's got a Nvidia GeForce 7950. So the listing says it's got a 7900 GS, but if you look up that particular model on the Dell site, it says it's got a 7950 GTX. So I'm not sure which one it is. I mean, right now one person's bid on it and it's 30 quid. It's only got a few days left to go, so I'll keep an eye on it. And my dad said that when his birthday comes around in July, he will buy the laptop that I gave him off him for 60 quid. So if I can get it for around 60 quid, that'd be great. But I'm not holding out much hope considering what it is, being an XPS and all that. I mean, it might be a little bit on the old side, but it's still an XPS. Back to cigars. They're probably all stale now because I've been taking a very long time to smoke these. So yeah, kind of been feeling a bit weird in the last few days. The loneliness is getting to me again, and there are people out there who I want to spend time with, but I can't because of the distance between us and all of that. So it's just me on my lonesome. And I have really bad insomnia. Sometimes I fall asleep after 4. Sometimes it can be. My parents will have gone to work, and I'll still be awake. Sometimes, of course, I just think, fuck it, I'm gonna get up and do some stuff. But yeah, I mean, over Easter, all the supermarkets are closed. But there was one night where I was wide awake. It was 3:30, 4 a.m. and I thought I really want to go down to Asda, get myself some chocolate milk, a nice cigar, and sit in the car park and smoke it and make another video, 3:30 in the morning. But of course, the shops were closed then because it was the Easter period and they're not open 24 hours over Easter. And really, my mum would probably go ape shit if she found out that I done that. She woke up in the night to go to the toilet, and one of them, either my mum or my dad woke up and they found that I wasn't there. They wouldn't be very happy. And even though I'm 25 years old, my mum still has my balls in a jar on the shelf. If you get what I mean. I'm too scared of her to go out and do anything crazy. Man, these taste terrible now. Yeah, I don't. I wanna. There are plenty of things I want to do. I mean, lack of money is always an issue, preventing me from doing things. But sometimes I just want to go out, for a long drive somewhere. But that's not the kind of thing that my mother would sort of let me do. And she'd say, don't waste your petrol. You're unemployed. You can't afford to waste petrol. But of course, because when you're working, you don't have time to do these things. And now that I do have time to do these things, I don't have enough money to do these things, according to her. Really, really, I do feel terrible sometimes. You know, like I said, you know, the loneliness gets to me, and you know, I just want someone to, well, not anybody, but you know, specific people I know. I want to cuddle them and you know do stuff with them. You know, we could you know spend the night watching you know television or movies or playing games or something. Of course, everybody I know is far too far away to be doing that. I'm an idiot. I do hope the quality on this isn't so terrible. I haven't actually been able to do one of these up until now, so I don't know how the camera will be with the lighting and all of that. I mean, it's still 640 by 480. I mean, that's sort of the standard YouTube resolution. I mean, it's not that low, but it just depends on the quality and everything. And once we get back from South Africa, I might post some stuff about that here. You know, me spending time with the big cats and whatnot. But I'm not sure when I did it or if I'll have any decent footage. There's so much smoke in this car right now. I'm drinking this stuff in the hopes that it will help me lose a bit of weight because it's got vitamins and calcium and all sorts of other nutritional stuff. Because I'm probably running at deficiencies of certain things. Blimey. Reflective. I don't know really what to do with myself. I mean, next weekend we might be going up to the Pride of Longbridge classic car show. We went once, I think it was in 2013. It might have been 2012. I think it was 2013. We missed it the year after because you know completely forgot. We're gonna try to go this year. I mean, hell, it might have even been 2012 that we went first. But yeah. I mean, that's nice. I mean, I do love classic cars, and you know, you can get to sit in them and talk to the owners about them and whatnot. There are a few more cars that I'm definitely going to be making a point of going to have a look at, but I didn't the last time we went. So, I mean, you know, that's going to be enjoyable, but you know, it's like all the way up in. Well, I don't even know where Longbridge is. Is it Birmingham, Bristol? I mean, I know British Leyland was, you know, pretty much based in Birmingham. So yeah, it's probably up towards Birmingham. It does take a while to get there. Yeah, I remember on the way back, Well, I mean, even on the way to there, we're spotting these various cars that were going there and sort of, following along with them. And then on the way home, I remember there was this nice Rover P6, which is my mum's favourite one. It's from, the 1970s one. And, yeah, that was pootling along in the slow lane at like 55. I mean, this thing's a V8, and it's pootling along at 55. So it was nice to see that cruising along down the motorway. Though I do like it, it's not the one that I'd have. I mean, if I was buying a Rover, it would either be the P5B, which was the first V8, or it would be the SD1 3500 V8. Which, this car is a Rover. It's like it's takes a lot of styling cues from the P5. And I've never been able to sit in one or really look at one up close. The only other Rovers, I sat in an SD1. That was nice. Inside there, plush, velour, lovely. And I also sat in a P4, which is all the worldy charm. Proper wood dashboard and oodles of metal everywhere and whatnot, and a tiny little engine and they're nice, but not the sort of thing that I'd ideally like to have. They're a little too old. There are a few older cars that I like, especially American ones, the big American ones from the 1940s. They're nice, I wouldn't mind having one of them, but British cars of that era weren't exactly spectacular. Trying to think of something else to talk about. Yeah, I'm always open for suggestions. If you want to comment in the box, although, by the time you're watching this video, the comment box might be up there, it might be over there, whatever. You know what YouTube's like. I remember when the description used to be here all the time, and then they moved it to below the video. Gosh, that was really back before they had widescreen videos on the site. Everything was all 4:3 in those days. Hell, I can remember when they introduced the HQ button, and which was 640x480. Up until then, it was like 320x240. We probably started at 320x240. Then it was something by 360, because 360p is an option on that. Unless that was the HQ button, I don't really know. I've been using YouTube since 2006, so yeah, I've seen it go through all these changes. Most of them for the worse, unfortunately, especially since Google took over. But yeah. And Google recently announced that there's going to be a subscription service for YouTube where you pay a certain amount of money each month. They haven't told us how much it's going to be, but they'll stop showing ads on the site. And it's like, yeah, you know why that is. It's because people are using ad block software, and it's decreasing their revenue stream. And of course there are people out there who still use AdBlock, but they still want to support their favorite channels, so they will whitelist that channel and allow their videos to be shown with ads so that they can get the money for it. I imagine that those people might pay for this subscription so that they can have the site ad free but still be supporting their favorite content creators. It's not fine and dandy. I get a pittance from mine. If you look at my Google AdSense account, I don't think it's even over £1 yet. and the threshold is £60. So I'm probably gonna. I don't think I'm ever going to see any of the ad money that my content generates. Because with the rate I'm going, it might be 10 years before I hit that 60 quid threshold, and by then YouTube might not even be around anymore. Yeah. I mean, I have enjoyed making videos in the past, though the reason why I've stopped doing my tech videos is because it required a lot of effort to to set up and film those, and I was getting almost no views on my videos, so I didn't consider it worth going to all that effort when my audience was so small. I mean, now, this requires pretty much zero effort, so I can just sit here and ramble on about stuff, and maybe 15, 20, 30 people will watch the video, but for me that's fine. I mean, two of my videos, I think, one of my first vlog video, my 20th birthday one, has got like 300 and something views, I think. Then another one has got like 160 or something like that, but the rest of them are anywhere from 15 to 40. Which I don't really care. I don't give a toss if I ever get YouTube famous or not, because that's not what this is about. I don't see myself ever getting to, being like, Boogie2988, or, the Lazy Game Reviewer, or, hell, even Steve Benway. I don't ever see my audience, being anywhere near that size. And I'm okay with that. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I want to do this. Talking about my problems. It's almost therapeutic in a way. No, it doesn't necessarily, make me feel any better. It's just it's comforting to be able to talk about them. And there's a guy who comments on every single one of my videos, and I appreciate that, man. Taking your time to give me your thoughts and everything every time I upload a video, and then I show them to my friends, and they they comment on them, and with me being able to let them know about my problems in a less, I would say, a less discomforting way to me, because sometimes I don't feel like talking about my problems on a one-to-one kind of basis. They can watch my videos, and they can know to some degree what I'm going through and how I'm feeling, and at least try to do something to make me feel better about it. But yeah. But yeah, in future I really do need to plan more what I'm going to say. Sometimes it's fine, I know what I'm going to say, and I can spend ages rambling on and on about it, and I have to stop myself because the video is getting too long. I don't know how long I've been doing this, because unfortunately the screen on this camera doesn't rotate, so I can't see how long I've been doing it, and but times like this I'm sort of scrabbling around for things to say, and I could talk for something about 5 maybe 10 minutes, and then I have to think for a while about something else to say, and that might only last 2 minutes and whatnot. So I'm waffling now. I'm not really providing any sort of decent content at the moment. I'm just talking about how difficult it is to come up with decent content. But yeah, like I said, if there's anything that that people are curious about, or they want me to talk about, let me know. Either in the comments, or the people who see my videos via Tumblr, because I post them on Tumblr, you know, they can send me an ask, even if it's on anonymous or something, just to talk about stuff. Give me some topics or questions they want me to answer. Yeah, there's an idea. I could do a Q&A video. You know, people send me questions, and I'll write them all down, and I'll come up with answers to them. So yes, please, either post a comment, send me a message on YouTube, send me an ask on Tumblr or Facebook or whatever. Just give me some questions that you want me to answer, and I'll make a video of them. Hopefully I will get enough to make a decent video out of it, rather than just, 3 questions or something. But yeah, please do. Anyway, I should probably end it here, because I don't know how long this has been going on for and everything. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please do send me some questions to answer, and be seeing you.